Namaste programs and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator, my main bag. We've got a new update. We've got a new world update, which is Germany, Austria, Switzerland, with 4 new bush trips that we're going to be able to go through on the channel. We're going to start with Austria, Tyrol, High Mountains, Vienna to Ho, Hennems. See what we've got here. Travelling from east to west, you'll visit Austria's renowned cities and towns, its great mountains and its gorgeous lakes and rivers. Points of interest include the capital Vienna, the nation's highest mountain, Großglockner, and a number of sites off the beaten path, notably in the famed Tyrol. We'll embark on this tour in a Cessna 208 Grand Caravan, stopping off at airports large and small throughout the country on this unforgettable and inspirational aerial voyage. 726 kilometers, 2 hours and 10 minutes, 8 legs. There's a leg here that is 4 minutes. That makes no sense. Anyway, we're doing leg 1, Schwechat to Linz. Let's go. Alright, well, it's been a couple of weeks, but, you know, let's just get going. I don't know why we're gaining altitude right now, but hey, I've forgotten what bugs we were dealing with. Let's see if we can deal with this plane. It's a Grand Cessna. I think I've had this one before. Grand something, Cessna something Grand, whatever it is. Let's hope our controls are all set up correctly and that the updates haven't done strange things, as they always do though. Let's go. Do we have purple line? Hard to tell. I think we found the purple line works for the first leg, but not after that. So we're not going to rely on it, but we are going to go 303 for 2 minutes 59. Vienna. After lifting your Cessna 208 Grand Caravan into the Austrian skies from Vienna International Airport, head northwest into the heart of the Austrian capital, Vienna. Let's get our flaps up while we think of it. One of the most storied and historically significant cities in history. Not to mention one with exquisite architecture and beautiful vistas, especially when viewed from the air. Lovely. I love it. Let's go visit Vienna. Didn't start the clock. We're just out of practice here. We're out of practice here. Hello, Vienna. What delights have you for us? I would like a schnitzel, please. Look at this industrial area. It's all 3D photogrammetry, I think. Wow. Vienna looks lovely. It looks like a nicely put together simulation, rendering. Well, what's the word I'm looking for? I like the places that have photogrammetry. Alright, so what are we going to be looking for? We've got a football stadium, churches and football stadiums again. That's what we were doing in Scandinavia. Every town should have at least one of those two things. Well, I don't know if they should, but they will, right? So, let's trim down to, I don't know, let's just go 0% and see what that does for us. In terms of speed and whatnot. This isn't the plane that, oh, it is the plane. No, it's the plane that as soon as you go just above cruising speed, the game ends. Alright, so we're gonna sort of aim around 165. I'm not gonna do 170, it's too risky. Even though all the timings are probably, you know, doing 170. Wow, Vienna's gigantic. Absolutely gigantic. Alright, so we're still... So let's go down to 3%. See how that does for us. Let's go down to 90% power. Oh, risking. Don't want to get anywhere near 175. It's pretty much an immediate game over, which is ridiculous if you want my opinion, but hey. Big buildings, we've got football stadiums over here. I haven't technically seen a church, but I haven't technically been looking for one either. Nice river. Okay, we're at 90% power, 163, and yeah, I'm not doing too bad on the vertical airspeed. What's going on over here? Someone's put an axe through a mountain. Ah, yeah, there we go. It's fixed itself. It was the aliens. I think we can possibly try 4%. This must be a church below us now. We found, oh, we're actually turning is what's going on. Purple line has moved on. So let's reset our clock and head to 279. We're heading to Tron. Continue on your northwestern heading to Tron, a magnificent historic city built on the Danube River and known as the City of Flowers due to its multitude of beautiful parks and large manicured gardens. Tron, 4 minutes 28. Have a look around Vienna while we are here. Lovely countryside, mountains off in the distance, mostly flat here though. Beautiful looking back on the sunrise, I assume. What time is it? It's 8 AM local time apparently. Excellent. I assume that's the Danube as well. It goes through Vienna, doesn't it? That's Tron's also on the same river. Perhaps it's a different one. I don't know rivers. I just fly here. Oh, what's that field? Weird. Is that like a... looks like a vineyard. In the middle of the fucking hills of Vienna here. What's going on? Oh, another football stadium. Alright, football. Clearly, Austria likes football. Good to know. Must find football stadiums. Got a little sky tower kind of thing, you know. Telecommunications tower that's probably you can go visit up here. It's probably got some cool name that's been bought by some company. You know, the Coca-Cola Vienna Tower or something. That was Vienna. Nice. Quite like that. Looking good. Simulation's looking good. Get a good idea of what Vienna's like. And that's what we're in it for. The virtual tourism. Which I continue to be extremely grateful for. And just, what's the word? Virtual, living vicariously other people's lives. Like the train driving I've been doing. I do like the flying. Alright, we've done 3 minutes of 4.5 minutes, so Tron must be this town up on the river here. And, yeah, well look at this huge flat plain with all its beautiful farms and shit. Right, so, you know, for our, you know, for future reference, I have to try and remember that -4% and 90% power is basically going to give us 165 and level flight. I mean, you know, it looks like we're maybe I'll try 5%. It does feel like we're still climbing a bit. Been waiting for it to stop bobbling up and down, but I feel like 5% is probably going to be too much, though. There's no winning with these things sometimes. So now we're going too fast. Well, we're not going too fast. We're probably going exactly how fast we're supposed to, but it's too risky. A little bit of a gust of downwind or something, and then boom, game over, because we went 176 knots. I'm pretty sure in real life, if you went 176 knots, you get a bit of a warning thing, but then, yeah. I don't think the wings would actually rip off. Oh, this must be Tron. We're meant to turn in 2 seconds. But we'll wait for the purple line because we've got it. I don't think we'll have it for the next legs, but they've, you know, I don't know why. They've gotten rid of using purple line, which I think is good. I assume that they've gotten rid of it. It hasn't been working on the legs except for the first leg. So I don't know why it's still working on the first one. On the first one it's... oh no, it actually says Chaz on the side. Usually the first one it doesn't say my call sign either. So weird little bugs in this game. Weird little bugs. That was Tron. So let's now go 282 for 5 minutes 48. Reset our clock. There we go, 282-ish. Krems and Donau. From Tron, bear slightly to the left and follow the Danube for just under 19 nautical miles to Krems and Donau, a city built at the confluence of the Krems and Danube rivers. So Donau is the local way of saying Danube, is what you're telling me. And for some reason, yet again in English, we decide, nah, not going to call it how people call it locally. We're going to come up with our own name for it. I wonder if other languages do that. I suppose they do. I can think of a couple of country names that the French, you know, I still think they say Pekin, for example, for Beijing, which is the old word, and even English decided to listen to the Chinese and say, hey, that's not how it's pronounced. Even though I doubt it's pronounced Beijing either. I don't think it's... well, I did hear how it was properly pronounced, but certainly not Pekin. So the French are the same. They've got their, oh, we're going to call it whatever we want to call it, not what you want to call it, which is just weird if you ask me. Look at these little, I want to say little, there's a little village there, and then this giant industrial zone. Wow, the industrial zone's are looking good now in this, maybe it isn't 3D photogrammetry, maybe they've added industrial rendering kind of stuff going in that looks a lot better, because usually those sort of circular gas tankers storage things don't get rendered in. You can sort of see them in the satellite picture, but or the aerial picture, and now they are. This, oh, they've done such a good job with this game, and they continue to do a good job. Monthly updates, bush trips, I love it. Keep it up. I could do this forever. I really could. There is an entire planet to explore, and I do like the little bit of guided stuff that the bush trips give. Really do. Alright, we've done 2.25 minutes of, you know, 5 3/4 minutes, so we're getting there. We're getting there. I guess in my head I thought Austria was mainly mountains, but here we go. Clearly not. Plenty of long, large, flat plains. But also mountains. See, minus 5% we're gradually losing height. Very gradually. Very gradually. So I'm going to go back to 4. And that's just one tap on the controller, one tap on the button. What have we got below us? Oh, a little town, little village. Isn't it cute? With all its farm land around it. Typical European village. I have to say that this update, things are looking better. I don't know, there was something about the previous update, the one that made everything work on Xbox. I don't know, it had just like the things were popping in a weird way, and it sort of felt like there was a point about here where like you could see trees and then suddenly trees would, you couldn't see trees, you know. And now we're back to how I feel like it was, you know, a year ago, where none of that sort of catches the eye if it is happening. It was definitely catching the eye in the previous update. Maybe they fixed that. Because it's looking good. It's looking good. It's feeling smooth. I think I've got it up at full ultra. Maybe I don't. Maybe I had put it down for some reason last time I played. Don't know. Probably should check. Alright, I'm going to check. Yep, definitely ultra. Except for motion blur, I take that off. Look at the size of this freeway. And its overpasses and off ramps and squiggles and shit. That's awesome. Follow the Danube. Follow the Danube. You're a noob. Beautiful, beautiful river, more towns, almost cities really. Doesn't tell me what this one's called. Oh, well, actually no, this must be Krems and Donau. Yes, it is a city. On the confluence of two rivers, where's the other river? Am I missing something here? Well, I guess there's another river here somewhere that I'm not seeing. It's perhaps blind. Perhaps we can't see it, it's behind this hill. Well, we should have turned by now, but again, we're probably going a bit slow because I think it recalculates everything based on 170, and we're doing 165 for sanity reasons. We'll follow the purple line for now. As mentioned, if we've got the crutch, we're gonna use the crutch, our Lord and Saviour purple line. There we go. Time to turn. We want 221 for 4 minutes 41. Milk! We're going to milk! Turn to the southwest and continue to follow the general path of the Danube to Milk. Home of Milk Abbey, a large Benedictine abbey that stands above the town itself on a large buttress of rock that overlooks the Danube. Are we really following the Danube though? Yes we are, possibly, sort of. It goes around that mountain range over there. 221 or 219, why not? Let's go 219. Nah, let's get to 221. There we go. That's better. Alright, have a look around, see if I can see this other river. I do not see another river there, but is there one coming off here somewhere? No, what's this confluence of two rivers bullshit? You're making me nervous that these instructions might be, you know, mixed up or something. It's happened before. Anyway, so long as we follow the numbers, the directions, we should be fine. In theory. Again, at 4% we're gaining height, so I'm going to go back to 5% and give it like 95% power. That's going to be the trick, hopefully. Probably should have done it around the other way, because that's going to make us go faster. Or is it? Let's see what happens when we level off. Let's just see what happens. Ah, there's our Danube again. And we see we are following the Danube on our way to Milk. Got milk? I want to see the Milk Abbey Palace. Yeah, alright. I'm going back to 4%, no, not 3%, 4%, and actually then going down to like 85% power. That'll make me feel better, because I'm not always looking at the speedometer. I'm usually looking at the scenery. And what can happen is if I'm not paying attention to that, we'll suddenly gain a bit of speed for some reason. And the leg will be over, because we would have apparently ripped the wings off. Something I'm not a fan of. I prefer the planes that have that orange bar that, you know, if you go into it, it's not a disaster, but it's, you know, warning. This one is just straight, damn it, you're done. You're done. You went one knot too much. And everything exploded. Where's this abbey then? So, probably a minute before we're turning, so this must be Milk in front of us. And it says the abbey is on a large buttress of rock. Loud buttress. I don't see no buttresses. Little sand island in the river there. Come on, Milk. Where's... Oh, there it is. That must be it there. Milk Abbey. Nice. Look at the picturesqueness of... The picturesque... I don't even know if that's a word. The picturesqueness of this town. But... You know, you've got your abbey up on the hill. You've got your river. You've got your bridges. You've got your little marshlands there on the river, little sort of islands going on. It's fantastic. And we're turning. Actually, a second early, so actually 165 might be what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay, we want 267 for 3 minutes 10. We're going to Ostrongerwald. From Milk, head due west to Ostrongerwald, a beautiful forest overlooking the Danube. I see. A forest overlooking a river? We've got our train lines here. We've got our power mills, whatever they're called. Power turbines, wind turbines. Sick. This is sick, I have to say. Awesome. Well, you know, forest, question mark? There are various forests here, but none of them are particularly big. This one maybe, what was it? 3 minutes 10, we've done 1 minute, so maybe up here, this forest, or this one maybe? Oh, the aliens are bringing... Oh, the aliens are destroying some quarry down there. Come on, aliens, you can deal with it. The aliens come to us in the form of an algorithm. The alien algorithm. Come, enough. You've built that mountain enough. Algorithm, thank you. Nice. Nice little this little town we've got here. Not seeing any football stadiums, but hey, I wasn't looking. Not even seeing a church. Pagan, atheist, anti-sports people town, apparently. That's what we're going for. That's what we're going with anyway, even though it's almost certainly not true. There's bound to be multiple churches, and if I just look around, I bet we'll find a football stadium somewhere. Yeah, look, that's probably one there. Not stadium, like a football field at least. When I say stadium, I mean field. You should know that by now. Bound to be a little church in there somewhere, but I can't see one. The algorithm has decided to... that none of this is a church. It's too busy trying to rebuild this mountain in front of us, where our it's where our shadow is. I think something weird. Maybe not. It just happens to know. It's all over the place. I thought it had something to do with the shadow. Maybe not. It's just technological weirdness going on. We were getting a bit of that last time in the last update during the Nordic trips, so something they'll hopefully fix up eventually. It's not a major issue. It is a bit immersion breaking, but what can we do? We should have turned by now, well, a couple of seconds ago. A purple line hasn't done anything. This is a forest. We are in I guess a forest-ish. There we go, 270. 270 now for 5 minutes 26. We're going to Perg. P-E-R-G, Perg. 17.7 nautical miles farther west from Ostrongerwald, you'll reach Perg, a city with many beautiful buildings. A city with buildings, you say? How quaint. I don't know why, but is it because we're losing height, or did I somehow lose the height? Because it looked to me like we're doing alright for now, but we've suddenly lost 300 feet. So, yeah, I think we're still... So maybe we go up to back to 90%, maybe 88, something like that. Looks like we're still losing height. Ever so slightly. 90%. What we had it before, when we were gaining height all the time. Another little village on top of this hill here. You can get on your grass skis all the way down to the water there, then get onto your water skis. Ah, oh, so much skiing. Might even be snow here in the winter. I don't know. I just don't know. What actual... Where's Vienna? It's sort of... I want to say top right-ish? Could be very wrong about that. I haven't played GeoGuessr in weeks either. My geography is all fucking reset to 0. Perhaps even less than 0. Sort of minus 15 or something. Alright, we're still heading to Perg. We're about halfway there. Hello, little town on the river. Look at these mansions on the top of these hills here, overlooking the peons below. Oh, you peasants. Hello, football field. Hello, football field. Church. Hello, church. I see nothing. I see nothing. Alright, another 2.5 minutes before we're supposed to arrive at Perg. Really seeing much of a city up ahead, but again, that is how things go. They do seem to sort of appear eventually out of the mist. Beautiful patchwork of colours, of greens and reds and sort of almost yellows. Probably, what's that, colza? Sunflower? Sunflower being grown. For the oils. The colza oils. Right, another minute and a half before it's turning time. Right, so we're going to have to try what? 87% power to try and get level flight? That's going to be a bit weird. Because 85 we were descending and 90 we're ascending. Now we're descending again, more than ascending. What are you doing, plane? You're making no sense. So we went down to minus 300 or something, was it? And now we're going to plus 35. So we definitely need more power. So let's go 88%. I want level flight, motherfucker. So, I guess this is the outskirts of Berg, with its many beautiful buildings. We should be turning in 10-20 seconds or so. Where are all your beautiful buildings? I mean, every building is beautiful, right? You can see beauty in everything if you want to. Or you can not. Or you can not. You can do the exact opposite. It's all up to you. You can look at this beautiful mismatch of... not mismatch, mishmash of colours and fields and whatnot and go, isn't it lovely? Or you could say, look at all of this beautiful nature that has been rendered asunder by humanity in order to plant crops and build buildings. It's up to you. Alright, 272 for 323. Enough existentialism. Solar City Linz. A few more minutes of westward flight brings you to Solar City Linz, an energy efficient district in the city of Linz with housing for approximately 4,000 people. Wow. Utopia. Big building there with a, like a water fountain at the beginning at the entrance there. That's weird. Little marina. What's going on? What was that? Perg. Perg. Got a big boat dock ahead of us here. A bridge. Oh, so much to see and enjoy here in Perg. Look around. Look at the big mountains in the background. Just waiting for us, no doubt. Probably head up into there in one of the legs. The bush trips, they do like their mountain landings. Let's hope none of them are too insane. I still get comments on earlier videos of mine in the Pyrenees and the Alps of thank you for your video. I couldn't figure out how to land on this ridiculous runway. You and me both. You and me both. Some of those runways were insane. And I think I landed it by pure fluke. Each time. Okay, how are we looking? We've done 2 minutes of 3.5. Where are we headed? Solar City Linz. Wonder if it's going to have obvious solar panels and stuff. Oh, little bit of a judder there. What's going on? Come on, you can do it. I have not looked inside the plane once. How are we doing for fuel? So this plane doesn't need to swap fuel tanks or anything like that. It doesn't look like, so good. That's at least something. Where's this solar city then? They're not, they're gas tanks or something. They're not solar panels. Well, we should be, this must be it below us now because we're about to turn. I guess we don't see solar panels? I guess, you know, they use the sun in other ways? You know, perhaps they let the sun grow the trees and then the trees get cut down and then they burn that for fuel. There we go, solar power. Alright, now we want 2:58 for 2 minutes 7 seconds, although I think really it's probably not quite 2:58 because I see the airport in front of us. Linz, bring your Grand Caravan down at Linz Airport. 2:58 would be taking me off to the left, so I'll just go this way, thanks very much. The only airport I see around here, there isn't one ahead 2:58. Can we see it on the... Why have we got... What's flashing? What's flashing? O is flashing. Don't know what that means. I wonder what that could be. Who knows? Who knows? Let's start slowing right down so that we can get our flaps up, etc. Or down. Down. Flaps down. Lose a fair bit of height too. We're quite high. We'll come here and we'll buzz this football field down here. Hello, hope you're enjoying your football. I am going to fly over the top of you. Like a hoon. Good morning, Linz. Good morning. Hope you're well. Alright, we really need to get these flaps down. ASAP. ASAP. There we go. Flaps down. Gear are already down. We are too high, I think. Let's see if we can... Yeah, no, we're good. We're good. We're losing enough height now. We're losing enough. Is this actually the airport I can see on the picture? Kinda. Kinda, sorta. From the other angle as always. I don't know why they do that. They always picture it from the angle you're not coming at it from. Just to make life a little bit less useful. Get our trimming right so that we're not having to fight the plane constantly. Are we coming in? I think we need just a bit of power. We're coming in just slightly short. What is that brick building doing over there on the right there? Little chalet next to the airport. I think we can probably sort it out. Look at this beautiful runway with its nice fields next to it in case you fuck up or something. Oh, fucking fuck off with this store. Come on, plane. Come on, plane. Let's just land it properly then. Try not to stall. I really hate this plane, you know? I really hate it. Stop complaining. Just get down. There we go. There we go. Enough complaining. Get our brakes on. See if it registers. We still wonder. I don't think I've not had a not register since, well, years ago. A year ago now, but I still worry each time. Will it work? Will I have to do the whole thing again? No, we don't. It worked. That was leg 1 of the Austrian bush trip. Glad to be back in the plane. I hope you are too. Thank you for watching. Thank you for existing. Au revoir. Goodbye.